From the Shack podcast is sponsored by Thermapen. Designed for chefs and loved by home cooks worldwide, Thermapen ensures perfectly cooked food every single time. With its unrivaled speed and accuracy, sleek waterproof design, and a 5-year guarantee, Thermapen is certified to perfect every roast, bake, barbecue, and steak. Myself and Dec highly recommend Thermapen as it's the only food thermometer that we use at home as well as when we're cooking at our pop-ups. So cook to temp and not time, and enjoy the episode.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Shack Bites.
Episode 9.
Episode 9.
This is our bi-weekly kind of infill episode, which this first time we've done it this season. I've quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been
I
good.
quite like splitting the two.
Yeah, I like to be able to talk a little bit more in depth about the cooks.
Yeah.
Rather than rushing it.
Yeah, because we were rushing it because we were trying to squeeze everything into an hour last time.
Yeah.
Last couple of seasons.
I wish we'd done it earlier.
Yeah. But I did put a post out saying, are people enjoying it? Do they like this format? And a lot of people said, yeah, it's great.
It'd be interesting to see if people prefer one or the other.
Yeah, it would actually. Yeah, I suppose, and I bet there is people who prefer one over the other. It depends, I think, if you're more of like a foodie person or if you're just into like the vibe of the barbecue community kind of thing. So, So episode 9. One more Chat Bites after this.
One more.
For season 3, and then we're having a little bit of a break for the summer.
I feel like I should have left these maybe for the penultimate episode, but I mean...
The excitement
I've found within...
I'm quite impressed with that.
It's not middle little, it was Aldi's middle aisle.
I'm quite impressed
What's
with
your
those.
thoughts?
Pair of tweezers.
Pair of tweezers.
So I've
These
got two that are similar size to that, but where yours are like the narrow at the end, mine sort of fan out. If you know what I mean. So they're like
so not as
you can like you can almost use them as tongs. My ones.
well, I'm gonna have a little look. I mean,
Yeah, they look cool then.
what are we saying?
Sweet then. Flipping chicken wings. You know what you need? You just got a hoop. Get a chain.
A little chain, mate. Yeah. Little chain there. I'll do me that, wouldn't it?
They're all right then. I like them.
Off my button.
Yeah, they're decent. How much were they?
£4.
£4.
£4, mate. Stainless steel as well.
Yeah, all right then. I'm going to get some of them.
So just that's a key takeaway of today's Shack Bites is get yourself some tweezers.
Some tweezers. Oh, really good. Really good.
Would you like a feel of my tweezers? Hey, look, they're all right.
They're good quality, aren't they?
They're actually good.
Yeah, they're all right.
Quite like the length on them.
Yeah, man.
That'd be you, that with some Bavette or something.
Yeah, obviously.
So, yes, mate, yeah. We've got some grilled tweezers.
So if you're wondering why we're talking about Dec's tweezers, he mentioned it in the last full main episode of From the Shack podcast. Yeah, you want to show them.
I was excited to show them off, yeah.
They are good. I do
simple things in life.
I've got two. I don't know why I've got two. They're a little bit longer than them actually. They're quite long. They're almost like tongs, but they're tweezers, and they've got like a rounded end instead of a point.
But it sort of brings me into your cook really, because when I seen your cook and then when I seen them in Aldi, I just thought,
got to do it.
I've got to get these. I mean, I'll be doing purees next.
On that note, shall we get into my first cook?
On that note, yeah.
So again, I mentioned this in the last episode of things that I think people should try.
Yeah.
And there will be a video for this coming out, which is really good actually, because everything I'm going to talk about now will be in a video on the MHF YouTube channel. We've recorded 4 videos now in here on the bits and bobs that we have. And what we're trying to do is, rather than record it and release it, we're trying to get like a library of videos so that when we do kind of open the channel, we've got content, and it's not like rushed to release. Like, there's nothing's gone out this week, let's rush a video. It's like done properly, like proper, really good cameras and lighting and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, my 2 cooks for this episode were both cooks that I did on camera, and the first one was a Tomapork. And this was in collaboration with Catering Butcher. So Liam hooked me up. He supplied the meat. He's sponsoring a couple of those videos, which is really nice. Thank you. Shout out Catering Butcher and Liam. And he sent me, one of the things he sent me was this Tomapork, mate. And it was huge, massive, super thick, probably about that thick. He had the skin on it. It not scored. What's it called where they chop the fat? It's good.
Well, it's,
You chop through the fat, and basically the reason to do that is that when you cook
it opens it out. Otherwise,
well,
it just pulls it together. Doesn't
yeah,
it?
well, it tightens up, doesn't it? And you sometimes get it curled. So if you've ever cooked like a thin pork chop and you put it in a pan and it kind of curls in on itself, or bacon does the same thing. Whereas if you snip through the fat, it stops that happening. So it had the skin on. So I took the skin off because I was cooking it on the big green egg. And I don't know why I got nervous. I think it was because there was like 2 camera guys here. Like,
how did you cook it then? Did you
reverse it?
I did one direct, you know.
Yeah.
I had done it on the Somerset.
It was super thick though.
Yeah, this was quite thick. I done it on the Somerset.
Right.
So because it's like sort of you can go up and down, it sort of seared and went up. So although I said I did it direct, it's a little bit different when you're moving it away from the fire.
Yeah. So I did it in
what
direct.
Temperature?
I got that rocking at about 125, something like that, 130.
So just getting in there, rendering the fat and
banked all my charcoal over to one side.
Yeah.
Put the Tomapork on the other side with the fat. Because my whole thing was, for anyone who doesn't know, like a Tomapork is basically a bone-in loin chop, really thick cut. It doesn't have to be thick cut, but this one's really thick. And it's got loads of belly on it. But it was like a really nice piece. So there was loads of fat. Like the fat cap was like that, like probably about 3/4 of an inch. And then in the belly, like the seams of the belly was like loads of fat. So my main thing was, I need to make sure this is rendered. So rather than cook it direct, like hot and fast, and get a char in it, which is great. Like you can do pork belly like that, it's fantastic. You can do pork loin like that, it's great, really nice. I wanted to make sure it was rendered because I want it to be really soft and like melt in your mouth. So I thought, right, I'll reverse sear it. So put it in, fat cap facing the heat.
Yep.
And also, again, this is one of those things that come with if you barbecue a lot and you're cooking on live, you kind of pick these little things up that you don't even realize you're picking up. So straight away in my head, and the only reason I thought about it, and the reason I'm mentioning it now is because the cameramen are not barbecue guys.
Okay.
So they were saying, they're like, we need to tell a story with this video. So like, why are you doing it like that? Why have you placed it like that? Why are you doing this? And it made me think, actually, I didn't realize I was doing that.
Yeah.
It was like a subconscious thing. So I had the fat cap facing the heat, the hot side, but also had the belly kind of at an angle so the belly was closer than the loin. Because the thing is, I wanted the loin to be medium. I wanted the loin to end up around 55.
Yeah, and then
I wanted the pork belly to be about 65, 70 if I could. So I had it like fat facing the heat and the belly part closer to the heat, so that would get up to temp quicker, which it did. Worked really well. About 20 minutes, something like that. I kept probing the loin. The loin got to about 48 or something.
Did you just put salt on it? Just salt?
Just salt, nothing else on it. But what I did do, which I'll come to in a minute, when I went over the direct heat, just before we went, like when I was checking it and I got to the point, I'd made what's called a tare, which is used for like yakitori and things like that. A lot of Asian restaurants. Super easy. I've had it before, but I've never made it before. In my head, I always thought it was like, I don't know. In my head, I kind of thought it was gonna be a faff, like if you were making like a broth for a ramen, where you have to do it for days and days, and it was just a faff. And in actual fact, it wasn't. It was super easy. And all it was light soy sauce. Don't use the dark because it's too salty. So light soy sauce, mirin, brown sugar or honey. I use honey. Crushed garlic, crushed ginger. You can add whatever you can go in with further if you want. I just kept it super simple. And you put it all in a pan, bring it to the boil. And then when it hits the boil, you just put it down to a simmer. So it's just boiling, like violently boiling, but it's not starting to froth.
Yep.
And you do that for about 20 minutes, reduce it down, and then just put it in a container. And as it cools, it thickens. And it's like, the consistency is probably like caramel.
Okay.
So just before I was about to go on the hot side, I just brushed on the tare, flipped it, brushed on the other side, shut the lid down for another 2 or 3 minutes, let that tack up. Then opened the vents, took my chop off to rest. Opened up, just left the lid open the bottom vent, got it searing
Mm.
hot, and then went straight on. Fat side down first, getting flare-ups left, right, and centre. Like literally the flames were, because the fat had already started to render.
Yeah.
So as soon as I went over the hot heat, it was just like dripping. It was like a Wagyu picanha or something like that. It was crazy. There's so much fat on it. But I was getting really nice colour. And then you've got to keep them, again, these are things that you don't even think about that you're doing. But he was like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And I'm like, oh, right, okay. People probably do need to know that. And it's just controlling the fire. You get a flare up, not to panic, just move it. If it's too much, take it off the heat, shut the lid, let the flare up go out, cut off the oxygen, blah, blah, blah. And then more. I think I did about 2 or 3 glazes of the tare and just kept turning it and turning it. And what it does is you get like a really nice
crust,
dark crust, but the flavour is unbelievable. I was a bit unsure about it because when I tasted it just a little bit on my finger, super strong, super potent.
Yeah, but once it's on like something like a
on
pork,
it was
a thick piece as well. Remember?
Yeah, yeah, and you're only glazing it on really thin because the thing is, even though I said it was like thick like caramel, in the heat, it goes soft again, so it was like dripping off. You're just doing it. So yeah, got it up. Nailed the fact that I got my loin to about 55 and the tail end where the belly was about 67. So I was buzzing with that. That's exactly what I wanted. Took it off, let it rest, put some more of the glaze on it just while it was resting. And then I'd also done a apple puree, apple sauce, whatever you want to call it. And this was, mate, this was mega. So that one that you tasted, I did a second one at home. And if anything, the one that's on the video, I probably prefer the one that I did at home, even though that one's really nice. Lovely. So the one I did at home, which I'll talk about now, if you're going to do it, try it this way. I got like 6 apples. Doesn't matter what they are. I think I use Bramley apples, but it doesn't matter what apples they are. As long as they're eating apples, don't use like cooking apples. 6 of them. There's plenty. It'll give you a good amount of apple puree or sauce. Put them over in a baking dish with some greaseproof. Put on about 4 spoonfuls of brown sugar, and then put in a cinnamon stick and 1 star anise, and then whack it in the oven. Nothing else. You don't have to do it. Don't have to put oil in it and nothing. Just whack it in the oven. Leave it. What you're looking for, time-wise, weirdly, the first one that I did got to where I wanted it to be in about 30 minutes. But
does it just mulch down? Does it almost?
Yeah, and you want it to go brown. You almost want it to burn the skin. You want the darker you get the skin, the more rich it is. Like that one's quite a light colour, but the one I've got at home is like really dark because I took it further. And all you do is then once it's done, it's going to take anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour. Depends on your oven, depends on the apples. Everything. You want it dark. They'll split open and you'll see all the insides coming out. You want it to go dark. Take it out. Take the stems off, and the stems will pull off that centre bit of the apple that's got like the seeds on. Just scrape it off with a fork, so you're getting all the flesh off. Bin the rest of it, and then just the cinnamon stick take away, but leave the star anise in. Stick it in a blender and blitz it.
So you leave the skin off, you know?
Everything. Throw it all in and blitz it. Leave the star anise in. Blitz the star anise. Blitz everything. And then you can if you want to pass it. I passed mine through a double laid sieve, so I got it's like super smooth. You don't have to do that if you don't mind like little bits in it. Like the star anise is like
it's woody in it.
Yeah, it's like woody, so you'll have little bits in it. But if it depends on your blender as well. So, but I passed mine anyway, super smooth, and it is unbelievable. Like the star anise comes through, it's so good.
It was really good. It was really nice. It was like a really good applesauce almost. Yeah, it's really good.
So I did that to accompany with it, and then I also did a salsa verde, but instead of doing like a chunky salsa verde, blitzed it again, so it was super smooth. So I had the apple puree, the salsa verde puree, whatever you want to call it, and then I just had, I can't remember what I used. I think it was lamb's leaf lettuce, or it might have been pea shoots. I think I just had some pea shoots, and basically all I did was I'll post the pictures up. So I took a couple of different pictures of it. I took a couple of pictures when it was the full chop without it being sliced, and I just put like a blob of it, each size the same, like just made like circles of each of the garnish purees, and then just put the pea shoots over the top. Look really nice, look like really fancy. And then I took everything off and I was plating it up, and I just cut how you would a chop. So cut it off the bone, and then I sliced it all at bias, but nice thick pieces.
Nice.
And honestly, mate, it was one of the best bits of pork I've ever tasted. And I don't.
I'm absolutely.
I don't think it was.
Now, mate.
I'm not. I cooked it well. Don't get me wrong. I will blow smoke up my own backside. I cooked it well, but I just think it was the quality of the meat. It was unbelievable. And I wasn't sure if, obviously, applesauce and pork, it's a time served. Everyone knows it works. Yeah. But I wasn't sure if the salsa verde would work with it because it's quite sharp and herby and fresh. But it just did.
Yeah.
Like it. Marty was in here. Marty come in when it was done, and he was like, "Oh my god, that is unbelievable! Like, it's so good." And he's like mad on his pork belly. Like he's a bit of a he's proud of himself how he can cook some pork belly. And he said that's some of the best pork belly that I've ever had in my life. And yeah, it was mega. And again, the pictures, I put the pictures up. The pictures look really good. I was really happy with how the pictures turned out. Really happy with how the video turned out. So yeah, so that was my first recipe. This episode is brought to you in part by Alfresco Chapel, a proper barbecue showroom up north. They're the go-to stockists for all your grills, smokers and pizza ovens. They've got everything from rubs, sauces, fuels, woods, coolers, butcher's paper, you name it, they've got it. They've even got pizza dough, craft ales and frozen meats now as well. Whether you're deep into outdoor cooking or just getting started, it's well worth a visit. Head down to Market Street in Adlington or follow at Alfresco Chapel on Instagram and go and visit the showroom. You will not regret it. Big thanks to the guys for supporting the show. Now let's get into it.
I mean, my recipe is a pork chop, but I mean, I don't know how I can follow this now. Like,
well, you got tweezers.
I don't know how I can follow this now. Like, so I went away to Cornwall for the week. Mm-hmm. So I took my sort of mini. It was a little black mini Kamado.
Yep.
I think it's like it was the little one that they brought out a few. I think they still do it. To be honest, it was about 70 quid or 60 quid at the time.
You can't go like that.
And this is the thing. I mean, it is only small, and obviously it's about direct cooking. So, but I mean, for taking it away and stuff, I mean, it was banging. I just chucked it in the back of in the boot. It fit in the boot fine. Again, some of my other barbecues, they're a bit of a struggle to sort of lump round. You know, they need so much room, and by the time you've got a Yeti in there, a suitcase, you ain't got much room for a barbecue. I mean, and I literally it were like Jenga, full Tetris Jenga, got it all in perfect. I even had to take a picture of the boot, so I knew how it was going straight back in.
Like an FX model.
Literally, I literally had to take a picture because I thought I'm never getting this back in. Otherwise, and I don't want to be leaving it here. Like, so I did a pork chop, but I did a Cajun pork chop.
Okay.
So what I did like a Cajun seasoning on the pork chop.
Yep.
I just cooked that direct. I mean, I put it on as the barbecue was warming up, so it's sort of still reverse searing sort of thing. And but I just literally just tanned it till it got to about 60 degrees. Again, I wasn't really too. I was cooking outside a little caravan, so I wasn't too like bothered. I'm just literally. Then what I did then was I got it to. I just was resting that. I did some burnt leeks.
See,
again, they're in fashion, aren't they? They're in fashion, so I just again just a bit of olive oil, bit of salt and pepper, and then just let it just burn down. I did some new potatoes with it, which was really good. And then the best thing that I did was I did like a creamy Cajun sauce, and it were like onions, garlic, and mushrooms cooked down in some butter and some oil. And then once that was cooked down enough, I added chicken stock, reduced that down, and then just added loads of sour cream. And some Cajun seasoning. And for flavour, I don't know, I'm gonna do it more often. I absolutely love the flavour that I got from like almost like the mushrooms and the onions and the garlic, even just cooking them down with the stock and some Cajun spices before I even put the cream in. I'm tasting this sauce thinking, this is absolutely phenomenal.
You took over with that word.
It was.
I noticed people have started saying it in the comments.
It was absolutely banging, and I mean, I don't know. I just love the creaminess, the sort of like the sort of rich, creamy taste, and it being Cajun, and then with the pork chop, it was just it just worked really well.
I think pork. I mean, the fact that we like both cooked a pork chop this week is crazy, but I think we
didn't converse either. We didn't.
No. But it's weird, isn't it? Like you never. I'm guilty of this. Like if I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get a steak. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get a ribeye.
Normally, my go-to would be a steak, wouldn't it? But it shouldn't be. I just got the pork chop just from a local butcher's down in Cornwall. Just local butcher's down in Cornwall, and I mean, I bet it was less than 10 quid, 7 quid or something for two chops.
Because the Tomapork was sent to us by Liam because he sponsored the videos. I didn't buy it, so I didn't know how much it was, and I rang him on the way home from filming it, and I was like, Liam, that pork was unbelievable. I was like, how much is that? How much was that Tomapork?
And he went, 7 quid, 8 quid.
About 8-9 quid. Yeah. 8-9 quid. Honestly, I had some, the cameraman had some, Marty had some, Marty's missus had some, Marty's little girl had some. It was huge.
Yeah.
That would, for one Tomapork easily would feed 2. In a pinch would feed 3. and if it was, you know, you had more to go with it, would feed 4 easily, because it was so thick. It was a full loin, a load of belly, because it's so fatty. Like, you can't eat a lot of it anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, pork, get on it. British pork is
I think you've inspired me to do something like what you've just done with like pork and apple.
Yeah. It's good, man.
Inspired me.
That apple sauce, I didn't realise how easy it was. And I'm not really like I'm not into like fruit with food. Well, I wasn't.
I've done like pork before, but then I've done quite a lot of pork before. But then what I've done is I've got apples, hollowed them out, and filled them with stuffing.
Yeah.
And then baked them on the barbecue.
Yeah.
That's always pretty good.
Yeah. I've never tried that, but I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. Eat more pork. Speak to your butcher, get some good quality pork, and yeah, you're good to go. I think the thing is with pork as well, I don't think necessarily in the barbecue world, because like everyone, I think people are aware of temperatures, and a lot of us are using like thermopens or thermometers or whatever. But I think generally people overcook pork.
Yeah, people always complain about it's dry. It's almost like the way they complain about turkey being dry as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, again, for me, I've had Iberico as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Iberico.
Yeah. It was. I sliced that, and you know, like when they say, "Oh, if it's leaking, you've not let it rest long enough," mate. It was rested. We took photographs of it. We filmed it. We were doing all sorts of it before I sliced it. The juice was pouring. I was like, "Oh my god, losing all the juice here."
Yeah.
And then I was putting it in my mouth. I was like, "Flipping heck!" Like, you're biting into it, and it's just like
that'd just be the fat content.
It was crazy good, so good. Eat more pork.
Yeah. We should probably do that recipe again. Remember that one that we had at Meatopia that time?
The pork jowl?
No. Yes, the pork jowl.
Yeah.
But the other one.
I've got a pork jowl in my freezer.
But the other one, they did another one, like a pork saddle buffalo style with blue cheese.
Yeah, that was good. We'll do some stuff here, because we're going to do some stuff in between this season and next season. And I think we've got this. We may as well use it. Like, we may as well do it. So we'll do some cool stuff. We'll come and do some cool. We'll get some of the lads down from the Northern group and just cook some stuff and record it. Get some reels out of the way. Do some cool stuff. Okay, so my second recipe this week. We've done so many of these between us. Talked about them so many times on
one of my faves.
The pod, but
it's one of my faves, man.
You just can't go wrong. So it was a double smash burger, and I actually cooked it on the Leviathan. With the Leviathan, you get, I don't know if you can see them, but down here there's different, on them 2 pillars that are at the back, you can put the trays on. And a lot of them are perforated, so obviously you can cook, it's like a cooking grate. But you do get a plancher. It weighs an absolute ton, by the way. It's just solid, 6 mil steel. So we seasoned it up, we got it on, lit the fire, let that get hot, and I thought, smash burgers all day long. Smash burgers. So we had some really nice aged rib cap mince from Leo.
Nice.
Just did about 110 gram.
I always go around 110.
Yeah. I was aiming for 100.
I always go 100.
Yeah, I was aiming for 100.
Around 100.
I think the first one was 107. I thought, I'm not taking anything off. And I just went 110 with the next one. And just straightforward smash burger. So 2 patties, double smash, put them on, smash them down, seasoned.
Yep.
Let them cook through. You start to see the edges coming up. You can see like around the skirts.
You can sort of see where you can see as the fat sort of is perforating in.
Almost becomes holes in your burger. Yeah. Flipped it, seasoned again, cheese on top, perfect crust. You'll see it in the video.
What cheese did you use?
Just American. But I did add a second cheese, which I'll come to in a minute. So when I was doing this burger, I thought I'm just going to do a classic, like lettuce.
Double smash.
Double, like mustard, tomato sauce. But then I just thought, do you know what? Like, people don't want to see that. I've done, there's loads of that on my Instagram.
Yeah.
You've done loads. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love just a bog standard smash burger.
My fave.
Love them. But I thought I'll do something a little bit different. So I thought one of the things that we're going to do here, and we were talking about a few weeks ago, we're going to do like a burger class where you make different types of burgers. So you're going to do you're going to learn how to do a smash burger, how to do a fatty, how to do lamb burgers, how to do pork burgers, all that kind of stuff. Fish cakes, which is basically a burger. How to do all that on live fire. That's another class that's coming soon. You have to keep your eyes out for that. So one of the ones that we were going to do, I can't remember the name of it. We were going to call it the Millington burger or something like that. It was basically with bacon jam. Love bacon jam, and you just can't go wrong with it. And the bacon jam that we spoke about loads is the Beefy Boys bacon jam.
Yeah.
So prior to doing that, I done that, and it is as simple as I did 1 full big white onion. I think 12 streaky bacon rashers, smoked, diced everything up, put it in a pan, just browned all the bacon, threw the onion in, softened the bacon.
With the
coffee, and we got like proper coffee because we've got a coffee machine in the tent, so it was like proper coffee, 4 espresso shots, threw that in, load of brown sugar, and then just fiddled around with it. Was tasting it. It needed salt. It was like super sweet. Added salt, added cider vinegar, and it just turned out perfect. So I had loads of that pre-done.
And of course, if you're going to use the bacon jam, it doesn't work as well with just plastic cheese.
No. So what I did was we had some. It's called Burt's Blue. So locally in Altrincham, there's a lady called terrible names, like the worst, aren't I?
You are, mate. Yeah.
Anyway, her second name's Burt, Mrs. Burt.
So we've got some Mrs. Burt's cheese.
This is really bad because I only know her and know of her cheese because her kids are in my kids' class at school from being toddlers. So Claire Burt.
Sorry, Mrs.
Sorry,
Burt.
Sorry, Claire. So but she does amazing cheese. So if you can order it online, go and check it out. Burt's cheese. There's only 2 kinds that she does. She does Burt's Blue, which is the standard, and it's a soft blue as well.
Nice.
Or she does one called the Drunken Burt, which is that, and it's got whiskey in it. Both really nice. Depends what you like. The one with whiskey in it has got a little bit more of a bitter note to it. It doesn't taste like whiskey. It's just more bitter. But they're both really, really good. We serve it with our charcuterie at our events. But anyway, I digress. So smashed my 2 patties, got the cheese on, melted the cheese, got really nice crust, both things, stacked them, took them off, toasted my bun on there, brioche, obviously seeded brioche, toasted on there, put mayonnaise on the bottom bun, then went on with just like a nice piece of lettuce. I used baby gem lettuce,
nice,
but I took off the the thick bit of the stem, took that off. So I used 2 of the smaller leaves, patties on there, and then the bacon jam, loads of it, like shitloads of it, and then just put some of the Burt's Blue and torched it. So started the melting process, got that on there, and then got some of the Firefly. Is it Kansas Red? I forget which one it is. I think it's the Kansas Red. It's the sweet one. It matched really well with the bacon jam. Drizzled some of that on just so it was all over the place, and then some red onion rings on top, lid on.
Straight on.
It was massive. It was like it was all over my beard. They said, "Oh yeah, we need to get a shot of you biting it." I was like, "Flipping heck!" Talk about it's like all over my face. But
did you do a few
Oh mate, it's a smash burger. It's not like I was shocked by the fact that it tasted good, but double smash patty, absolutely, that nailed it. I wasn't sure if it was going to work because I've never actually done smash burgers over live fire.
It's hot enough.
So yeah, it was super hot. We had my laser gun just to check the temperature. It was rocking around 260, anywhere between 260 and like 280 constantly, which was the perfect heat to do smash burgers on. The American cheese just worked as it does with smash burgers, and then the blue cheese added a really nice counterbalance to the sweetness of the jam.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a banger, mate. It was a banger. You know what we should have done? We should have done them here today.
Sure, yeah.
Remind me when we're recording the next one.
Do, yeah.
And we'll make
it's the last one, isn't it? Next one.
It's the next one we're recording.
So it should do something a bit more special.
But yeah, so smash burger, really easy. Smash patties, American cheese, blue cheese, bacon jam, lettuce. The mayo wasn't there for any flavour. I've got this thing in my head. I think I heard a chef say ages ago, put mayo on it because it's got oil in it. Creates a barrier so any juice doesn't make stops it being soggy.
Stop shoving this
soggy bottom. But yeah, phenomenal. Said it in ages. Try it out. It's great.
Again, I feel like this feels slightly underwhelming now. So again, it was just caravan holiday. So I did a spatchcock chicken. But the only thing that was really different was I don't know about you, but whenever I do spatchcock chickens, I normally do it indirect. You can do it either way. I normally go indirect.
I mix it. I flip flap. The last one I did was direct.
But it's all right if you're in a big tomato and the heat's right at the bottom. It's not too bad. You're normally, you're a good 30, 40 centimeters away from the heat source normally. So, however, when I've got this tiny tomato, I'm literally, you're not far off on the coals.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit reluctant because again I've got no deflector and literally once you fill the once you fill the basket up with charcoal, you're on the charcoal.
Yeah.
So I've got it rocking about 160, 150 because I just thought I didn't dare go any higher.
That's the problem with not a problem. But that's the thing with chicken. Like you need a bit of heat because otherwise you're going to have rubbery skin.
Exactly. So I used a Forge Rub, Forge Fire, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was like the SPG one.
Yeah.
So no sugar in it or anything, because again I was a bit concerned that if you start putting sugar in it, I'm going to burn it. I'm going to burn it pretty quickly. And I just went for it direct, and took about, to be honest, it only took about 35, 40 minutes, if that.
Right.
It was really quick. I got it up to around 68 degrees, 67 degrees, and then I thought, just open the vents and just banged it on the other side, crisp that skin up. And do you know what? It was banging.
Was it?
There was no, like, I was a little bit worried about doing it sort of direct. I was slightly worried, and being that close to the heat source. But you know what?
But you've got all the...
It was fine.
This is the thing that I always think about with chicken. Like
all them bones at the back.
You've got all the bones, all the rib cage, everything's there, so it's protecting the meat. So, and if you're not eating that. You're not going to eat the spine. You're not going to eat the ribs. So if they get a bit black, who cares?
Exactly.
And then you can control the colour of the skin. I do it the other way, mate. I get the colour on the skin first, and then flip it when I go direct.
Well, I just thought, do you know what? I just thought, as I said, a little caravan holiday.
Yeah.
Just the only thing that concerned me was just how close it was to the coals, because it was literally, it was almost like you're doing it dirty near enough.
Yeah.
Because it was that close.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it worked fine.
What did you have with it?
What did I have with it? I had it on wraps. Oh, yeah. I just had it on wraps. I tried to do like a bit of a fajita-y type thing.
Yeah.
You know, just on wraps, bit of a fajita. So like sour cream.
Yeah.
I had some mango salsa in the cupboard.
Nice.
So like a mango-y salsa-y type thing, sour cream. I don't think I put much else with it. Maybe a bit of salad.
Right.
Again, I just had a couple of wraps. That's for me.
You know what? There's a lot to be said, and
it's just simple, isn't it?
Well, sometimes the nicest thing ever is whether it's roast chicken, spatch, whatever, well cooked chicken that's juicy, bit of bread with loads of butter on it.
That's what I mean.
And mayonnaise. I'm sorry, but that is one, and loads of salt. That's like one of the best flavours ever.
That's what I mean.
Like chicken, you just can't go wrong. Flying the flag for the cheaper cuts.
Yeah.
In this episode,
I did another. I did like the last day. I literally had loads of meat and stuff left, and I just went. I had some sirloins. I had some lamb kebabs. I had some pork kebabs. I just literally lobbed everything on. Last day, just literally lobbed everything on, and we just put like loads of food all in the middle. I did like a béarnaise sauce and stuff. I just literally just put everything in the middle, and we just scanned loads of barbecue stuff. It was banging, though. Like, do you know what I mean? We just had loads of leftover, and we just thought, you know what, we'll just like the barbecue and just cook it all.
Yeah, it was really good. I did not to get into a third, but I did. So I had the pork chop, the Tomapork, and nailed it. And the reason I made a second sauce when I said I had one at home, I enjoyed it that much that I was telling Anna about it. I was like, Anna, but I didn't have any Tomaporks, so I just went to Aldi. I just got some pork belly.
No, pork belly.
But what I did was I rolled it into like hockey puck things and tied it, because I wanted to do the same thing, cook it the same way, where I did. It
was almost like a little mini pochetta.
Yeah, like reverse seared and then direct heat. It wasn't as good as the Tomapork, but it was still flipping delicious. Yeah, really good, really good.
I've got a pochetta in the freezer at home, so I might do something similar, because you could have the herby elements already in it.
Yeah. I've not had a porchetta for ages.
I might do one weekend.
Yeah. I've got this. This is my last weekend off for ages. Coming up. Gonna do a bit about if the weather's nice. But that's it.
That's it for Shack Bites.
Shack Bites episode 9. Let us know what you think. We do keep saying it. Comments go a long way. They mean a lot. Yeah. If you can rate us on Spotify as well, means a hell of a lot. Doesn't cost you anything. Be kind to us. Give us a rating. What it does is it pushes us out there in front of more people. Yeah. Which really, really helps. So anything you can do is massively appreciated. But what we would really like is to hear what your thoughts of the episode are. Have you had a Tomapork recently that you thought was amazing? Have you spatchcocked a whole chicken on a tiny Kamado recently?
A lot of people were saying, is it a massive bird or a small
is that a turkey?
Small barbecue?
Is that a turkey? A spatchcocked turkey direct? But yeah, let us know. Comment. This is the second to last episode, so the next episode is going to be the one where it's probably the last comments that we read out. So get involved. But yeah, I think that's it. Anything else to add?
No, all good, man.
Yeah, so we will see you next week for episode 10 of From the Shack, the full episode. Actually, should we do it the other way around? Should we release Shack Bites episode 10 before? I think we should, and then end on the episode. yeah, so next week it's going to be another Shack Bites, and then after that will be the full episode, which will be the end of the season. Cool. But yeah, we'll see you then. Take it easy. This episode of From the Shack is brought to you in part by Pit Barrel Cookers, one of the simplest, most reliable ways to get into proper charcoal cooking. If you've not seen one before, it's a vertical drum smoker that makes it ridiculously easy to get amazing results. Ribs, brisket, wings, you name it. Hang your meat, shut the lid, and let it do its thing. I've used mine now for about 6 months, and it's still one of the most hands-off bits of kit I've got. They're built solid, easy to use, and available right here in the UK.